All right, so for this little streaming session, I'm going to try and add dynamic loading of the Google Maps JavaScript API into a Webpack application. So I already created a Webpack application with the, what is it? Let's see here. Basically Webpack init, went through and answered some questions. I chose TypeScript and some other options, which don't really have any impact on this here. But while we get started here, let's just do, what is it, run serve. And let's see here, localhost 8080. So yeah, this is what we would expect. We'll just ignore those for now. I don't think those are going to have any impact on our example here. So for this stream, I'm going to use the JavaScript API loader, this little package. So we'll install this one here. And if you're familiar with Webpack, it's basically the entry point is going to be this index file. And let's see here what we want to do. So basically, we're going to import, I'll pull the documentation down so I can use this to import our loader from this API loader. All right. See if that made the fix. Okay. Of course, typo. So now we have our loader here. So we need to instantiate a new instance of this. It actually uses a singleton pattern. So if we instantiate many, it will not have an impact. We're going to use an API key. We'll just leave it blank for now. And we'll stick with just the default options. And so let's use this as a promise. So basically, I have a feeling that it's not going to like this parameter. Let's see here. We want to make a map. Let's just use window for now. I remember what's going on here. Let's make the types available for Google.Maps. All right. And then it was actually load if I look to the side there. All right, so this adds, so in this code, we import the loader, we instantiate the loader with our options. We then call .load, which returns a promise, and then we kind of wait on that promise and then create a map. This is probably going to fail because, let's see here. Let's double check what's going on here. I might have to restart this. Okay. So I think that is now working. Uncaught and promise. This is expected now since we haven't had a map element. So let's go into our document, and instead of this code here, div id equal map. All right, so now we no longer have the heading and the little paragraph. Instead, we have our body, we have a map, and we have a bunch of stuff inside. So one of the gotchas with Google Maps here is that we need to set a style basically for our map. I'm just going to put it into our head and then we can clean up later. Let's see, map. So now we have a map. Let's see what throw in the error here. So probably, yep. So we didn't actually provide any parameters into our map for like center or zoom. So it's basically just rendering this blank canvas. So our zoom, and then if we want to do center, let's see. Let's just do null island for now. So now we have a map. So with just those few steps, we're able to add Google Maps to a Webpack application and add a map and a callback. So, you know, if we were to do this outside, this would fail since Google.Maps will not be available. So basically that's all there is to this little tutorial. I would check out the Google Maps JS API loader linked in the comments for more usage. And, you know, of course, with this scenario, anytime you have a promise, you also would want to catch it and handle the failure mode and maybe render something different for the user. It also supports callback pattern if you would like to use that. And if you have any questions, you know, open a comment or issue on the GitHub repository. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching.